What's up, YouTube? My name is Big Boy Snatch on TV, aka we kind of snatch one because I got playing around. As you can tell by the time the thumbnail in the video, this is my WWE NXT review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning and from all the way towards the end. Get this video at least 30 likes on this video, and follow my social media down below in the description, and go check out my WWE Raw review and highlights that I did on the channel because WWE Raw review and WWE Raw was a good show last night. Alright, and go check out my AEW Wrestle Dream review on how I also did on the channel as well. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started. Now, WWE NXT was a decent show, and I give that show a 4 out of 10. It says a contract signing TNA X Division title match, the men's speed tournament starts, and more. Here's a place to check out results and comments along with the newest episode of WWE NXT airing on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time slot on CW. Advertised for tonight is the last stop for the developmental brand before the Halloween Havoc premium live event scheduled for this coming Saturday night in Arizona. Women's Speed and North American Champion Saruga has what sounds like bad news to deliver NXT to deliver NXT champion Ricky Sainz and his next challenger Trick Williams will sign a contract for their title match, while Leon Slater will defend his TNA X Division Championship against Stacks. Plus, the Man Speed tournament to crown new champion gets underway with 2 matches, and as Axiom takes on Shawn Legacy, while Zachary Went battles Jasper Troy. That's all, and a whole lot more. Come right back here at 8 p.m. Eastern Time when the NXT live blog kicks off once the show starts on CW. A running record of everything that happens will be below this line here. Enjoy the show. It says the show opens with a recap of last week's show. The Calling makes their entrance, and it says the Calling makes their entrance, and newly minute number 1 contender Tatum Paxley gets you deserve chant before she gets on the mic. She's excited that she did it. She outlasted 19 other women to earn a one-on-one match for the NXT Women's Championship. It's been 4 years of us seeing at her lowest, watching her lose all her friends and end up completely alone. But there's been one friendship that's consistent and always had her back, and it's the crowd who have always been there for her. She says they stood by her side, and now she's on her way to her first pay-per-view, and it's so fitting that it's at Halloween Havoc. Everything is going right. She couldn't be happier to have the Calling and to have her best friend Izzy Dane, who cares for her when the rest of the women have used her, and she promised that she'll bring single gold to the Calling. At NXT Halloween Havoc, I'm sensing that Izzy Dame is going to cost Tatum Paxley. That's the only thing I can say. But we'll see what's going down on NXT Halloween Havoc. Enter Fatal Influence. Jessie Jane asks Izzy Dame if she's going to tell Tatum Paxley or make her do it, and she gets a no reply. So she says she's going to be the bad guy. Like always, and tell Tatum Paxley she doesn't stand a chance, and she doesn't stand a chance. And deep down, everyone is thinking the same thing, that they're not shocked Tatum Paxley walks out with the title. She may have started her reign as the most beatable champion, but day in and day out, match after match, she's beating it into everyone. That when it matters most, she can't be beat. Jessie Jane tells Tatum Paxley to tell her what makes her any different, and calls her a creepy little weirdo who isn't special, and probably should have let Izzy Dane win the Battle Royal because at least she stand a chance. Taylor Paxley says she knows what Jessie Jane is trying to do, and she can't get between her and Easy Dame. And Jessie Jane, out of everyone, should know exactly how it feels to be where she's at, because it took Jessie Jane it took Jessie Jane so long to get it took Tatum Paxley so long to get where she is now, and she came came in as number one contender, came in as a member of one of the most dominant factions in NXT. And yeah, she was a creepy little weirdo who running high, but the thing is, she's gotten better to train in empty ring, and you bet your you know what it's her time, and she's gonna be NXT Women's Champion. Following him, he calls her Tater Tot, and she says this just makes it sweeter when she lose, and she hopes Easy Dame and the calling don't abandon her when she loses. Easy Dame says that's rich coming from Fatal Influence, who kicked out one of their own just a few weeks ago. And Taylor Patsy has been a great addition to the group, and they will always accept her for who she is. So Laney Reed attacked Jasmine Nick. Laney Reed got kicked out of not Laney Reed, but Jasmine Nick got kicked out of the Fatal Influence. So they replaced Jasmine Nick with Laney Reed. So it is what it is. All right, let me continue. Jessie Jane says she used to really respect Easy Dame and think of her as the leader of the calling, but with Taylor Patsy around, she's more babysitter than leader. Easy Dame says she's in full control of her group, and Taylor Patsy pulls her back and says she knows her friends support her and are happy for her. And can Jessie Jane say the same thing? Tatum Patsy says she and Easy Dame are willing to prove it tonight. And following him says Laney Reed is willing to step up. Jessie Jane tells Tatum Patsy to be careful what she wishes for, and Fatal Influence starts a brawl that goes poorly for them. That was a I might as well say that was a decent segment in my opinion. But Tatum Paxley was speaking facts in that segment. All right. It says Shannon Stacks Lorenzo is chatting backstage with Ariana Grace about Santino Marella calling him his future son-in-law last week. She said she may have said a thing or two. He asked her to be in his corner tonight, and she calls him Shannon and gets embarrassed about it. They walk past Leon Slater and Javon Evans, who are chatting. Leon Slater is looking for an opponent for them at Halloween Havoc, and Giovanni tells him to slow down and focus on tonight. But he's kidding. He wants them to have a match as much as Leon Slater does. But for now, he says he should focus on whipping Stacks. We should focus on going to break. All right, let me take a sip of my water real quick. All right, so we get the first match. So we get Channing Stacks and Lorenzo accompanied by Ariana Grace versus Leon Slater accompanied by Javon Evans for the TNA X Division Champion. And this was I ain't gonna lie, this was a pretty good match in my opinion. But I'm glad Leon Slater won, because Leon Slater is the future of TNA. That's all I gotta say. Channing Stacks Lorenzo with the wrestling taking control of Leon Slater taking control. Leon Slater comes back with an arm drag and a big Frankenstein out of the corner. Channing Stacks fighting back hard. Right hands in the corner as we get in instead of Trick Williams arriving at the arena. Hard whip into the turnbuckle. Stacks charge and Leon Slater with a boot up Doug a lariat, snap off Frankensteiner. Black Magic connects. Handspring, back elbow off the ropes. Big plancha. Javon Evans puts on a headset to throw to commercial, and we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Stacks with a Cobra twist. Leon Slater fights out, back and forth. Stacks with a double knee gut buster. Nope, big toss and slam gets Leon Slater some room. Ariana Grace up on the apron to help Stacks out. Leon Slater with a handspring, and she falls off the apron into Javon Evans' arms. Stacks gets hot about it. Managed to catch Leon Slater on a dive and throws him into the announcer desk. Back inside, Leon Slater lands a big diving crossbody super kick. Super kick. It says super kick Stacks to the floor. Leon Slater with the over the post toe con girl back inside off the top. The winner of the match, Leon Slater, wins by pinfall with a 450 splash, retaining the X Division Championship. I'm also say this was a pretty good match in my opinion. Post match, Leon Slater and Giovanni Evans get in the ring, and Giovanni Evans get on the mic and puts him over before getting excited about Halloween Havoc. Leon Slater says people have already seen the magic they create upon opposite each other, but what if the same team, Giovanni Evans, that's fire, and if they're going to be in a tag match, it's going to be a movie. They don't care if it's somebody from NXT or TNA or even what's that other. Mr. Iguana is here, and he brought La Parca with him. Javon Evans dropped the mic in shock as the crowd chants Mr. Iguana. Mr. Iguana asks if you're really going to have Halloween Havoc without La Parca and Mr. Iguana and La Yeska. They just spoke to Ava Rain, and she had the very same idea, and they got a tag team match for NXT Halloween Havoc. AAA has taken over Mexico and Los Angeles and Las Vegas, and on Saturday, the Peacock Valley follows. So we get Zachary Wentz and Jasper Troy cut dueling promo. I'm gonna win promos about their WWE Speed Champion speeches, their WWE Speed match, and we go to commercial break. Alright, so we get the next match. So we get Jasper Troy versus Zachary Wentz, WWE Speed Men's Championship No More Contenders Tournament first round match. This was a squash match in my opinion, but I'm glad Jasper Troy won. Zachary Wentz keep distance, waistline Troy, Jasper Troy with their wrist lock. Zachary Wentz falls to break loose and gets shoved into the corner, landing a kick, diving. Frankenstein Jasper Troy stumbles Zachary Wentz with a kick combinations, but stumps off the ropes. Cactus crossbody, and he fires up. Black inside suicide block. Penalty kick connects this time to the tornado lands. Jasper Troy backs inside senton. Atomico gets Zachary Wentz and near fall springboard block. Jasper Troy price trains him. The winner of the match, Jasper Troy, wins by pinfall with Bossman Slam, and he's moving on to the semifinals of the Speed Tournament. I'm glad, and I called it straight down the middle that Jasper Troy was going to win this match. I called it. Backstage, Keelani Jordan is locked out of the locker room and gets told that she's not allowed because she chose TNA, and the locker room dumps her stuff on the floor. Jordan Grace rolls up to try and help her out, saying says any of them in her position will be doing the same. But Keelani Jordan says she's making it all about her, and she must be jealous. And we go to commercial break. Let me take a sip of my water again. Alright. Back from commercial. Darkseid get a promo. Vince is that the Hardy Boys interrupted. They tour the Hardy compound and tease elements of the final deletion, walking into the lake of reincarnation and submerging themselves, emerging as Broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero as Reba plays them. And they say that the state of dark has broken the broken Hardy Boys, and they challenge them to a broken rules match where everything is possible and anything goes, and they sentence them to deletion. Alright, backstage, Zarya is walking with Saruko, who is on crutches. Zarya asks if she's sure she wants to do this, and she is lying. We go to commercial break. Alright, back from commercial. Ava Rain is in the ring with Zaruka. Ava says she and Soruko spoke earlier, and she knows Soruko wants to address the WWE Universe, so the floor is hers. Soruko says obviously she's not walking around normally, and unfortunately she got injured in the tag title match on SmackDown. She says injuries happen, and she doesn't blame anybody, but she's not cleared for her match against Blake Monroe at Halloween Havoc. Ava Rain says she doesn't need to do this, but Soruga says she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to hold up one division, let alone two, and she won it in the first place because Stephanie Mercury stepped aside for all the talent in the division, and she going to fight back to it. So enter Blake Monroe. She offers the condensed called it says condolence and says Saruka needs not worry about the NXT Women's North American Championship, seeing because she'll take a good care of it, and makes the case that she would simply be awarded the title, being number one contender in all. Zarya says Blake Monroe doesn't deserve to be handed a title that Saruka won and busted her to defend again and again. This is NXT and we don't do handouts. Blake Monroe says there she goes again. Finding all of Soul's battle for her and Saruka. It says her and Saruka. It says Blake Monroe is kind of right. It says I'm sorry. This is NXT and we don't do handouts. Blake Monroe says there she goes again, fighting all Saruka's battles for her. And Saruka says she hates to say it, but Blake is kind of right. We don't know how long she'll take to be cleared. Zarya says that's exactly we don't know how long. I'll no longer take, and don't worry about it. She's got it. Blake Monroe says, yeah, you're a best friend. We get it. And Zarya offers to defend the title on her behalf. Opposite Blake Monroe at Halloween Havoc. She asks Ava what she thinks that Blake Monroe stepped in to mark her for it. Ava Rain says to step back. She asks her, not Blake Monroe. Ava thinks it's uncovered to know, but she gets a great idea, and against together and ultimately let Soruka decide. Soruka says she fought so hard for the title and there is no one she trusts more than Zarya. So she agrees to it. Abel makes it official. Zarya defends the NXT title against Blake Monroe. Yeah, Blake Monroe at Halloween Havoc. All right, that was I might as well say that was a good promo by Soruka, Zarya, and Blake Monroe. All three of them. All right, it says what was it? It says what was it? Oh, it says Blake Monroe screams at Ava. Zarya grabs her from behind and lays her out with an F5 and grab the title from Soruka to hold it over her unconscious body. We get dueling promos from Axiom and Shawn Legacy about the WWE Speed match, and we go to commercial break. All right, back from commercial, we get in NXT Anonymous footage of Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights complaining about their recent struggles when Josh Riggs rolls up to give them a guff and brags about spoiling Macedona's return match for the fans. Alright, so we get the next match. So we get Axiom versus Shawn Legacy, WWE Speed Men's Championship No. Contenders Tournament first round match. And this was a quick match. Nothing special, but this was a quick match. Shawn, what's his name? Shawn Legacy out the gates. Axiom catches him with the half Nelson suplex and a running knee for two. We see Bravo and Rayo scouting for El Grande Americano as seen slam Axiom with the 450 splash. Axiom catches him on Palata on Omoplata. Oh, Omoplata Legacy rolls out, but gets caught in a triangle choke. Pin counter, deadlift. Axiom slips out and kicks standing Spanish fly, and both men are down and out with a minute on the clock. Trading elbows. Axiom with a wrist lock. Legacy blocks a super kick. Axiom catches him with a knee and gets an uppercut in return. Up kick from Shawn Legacy up top. Axiom goes. Lands a gamer. I'm sorry, not gamer. Gaming girl clock counting down. The winner, Axiom wins by pinfall with an avalanche Spanish fly. Alright, that was a quick match. Alright, we get a hype reel for All Ego Ethan Page next men's North American Championship match against El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. at Halloween Havoc to send us to break. Alright, so we get the tag team match. So we get Hank and Tank. Yeah, Hank Walker and Tank Legger versus the OTM, Bronco Nima and Lawrence and Prince. And this was a quick match, but I'm glad OTM won, which I'll call it straight down the middle. Hank and Tank jump OTM at the last base of the ramp, and a brawl breaks out. Stereo dives from the Hank and Tank fires up Legger and Prince to start working Lucien over in the corner. Quick tag, but Nemo runs interference and OTM walks over as we get in a set of Ricky Sainz chatting with Ava Ray. Biggest assistant stump OTM making trash over Hank's fallen body. He segment continues, but some enough he tagged Legger and cartwheel later by atomic drop springboard headbutt cover. Prince breaks it up. Big rock bottom from Lewison. Sends Walker parking. Tank blasts him with a knee in the torn. Bronco with a tilted world slam and gets the price and tag to Price. The winner, the OTM win by pinfall with an assist spinebuster on Tank Lager. Post match, they throw Tank to the floor and Nemo backs up. And Nemo picks up the steel steps and doinks Tank with them. France declares the announcer desk. They ask Powerbomb Lager throw it. When Sinclair is on the phone talking about how great some may Beeline Liquid Foundation is. Meanwhile, I'm still salty they appear to have discounted, discontinued, discontinued my mad sick when Lash Slasher rolls up. Alright, here's the thing. Why would WWE put Jada Parker and why would WWE put Jada Parker to feud against Lash Legend? That doesn't even make sense. What are Jada Parker and Lash Legend fighting for? That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, let me continue. It says, Win Sinclair is on the phone talking about how great some May Bellline Liquid Foundation is. Meanwhile, I'm still salty. They appear to have discounted my matchstick when Lash Legend rolls up. When Winston Clare says she's looking to when Winston Clare corner catch screw and Lash Legend call her stupid. Kendall Gray rolls up and says she won't let Lash Legend push her around. Lash Lash says she'll send her back to Evolve. Kendall Gray says she'll fight anybody that runs her mouth, and Lash Legend tells her to watch it. Alright, so we get Fatal Influence make their entrance to send us to a commercial break. Let me take another sip of my water if I continue. Alright. Back from commercial, commentary hypes up Halloween Havoc. So we get the tag team match. We get Fatal Influence, Jesse Jane and Lanny Reed versus Colin Easy Dame and Tatum Paxley. And this match was not that bad. This tag team match was okay for what it was. Lanny Reed and Tatum Paxley to start. Lanny Reed backing her into the corner with chops. Whip reverse elbow whip across big double stomp and a lariat. Tatum Paxley rolls away from an elbow drop. Knee lift, Lanny Reed runs away and tags Jesse Jane in. Jesse Jane circling, talking trash, cheap shot to Easy Dame. Dug a lariat, sidestep, trading right hands. Tijeras from Jesse Jane. Sidestep the charge from front kick, butterfly suplex from Tatum Paxley. Corner crossbody, Easy Dame tags in and wrenches on Jesse Jane's short arm lariat. Cover for 2, 1 foot pin, uppercut, clubbing blow, scoop Jesse James float over arm drag into a cover. Only 2. Jesse James with the back elbow, dragging Easy Dame over tag to Lanny Reed off the ropes. Easy Dame catches her with a cute Dora. Tag to Tatum Paxley, slam in an elbow drop. Suplex lift block front kick. Tatum Paxley fighting them off 2 for 1. Off the ropes, reckoning ball drop kick on falling Henley. Jesse Jane runs interference and Lenny Red hits a neckbreaker and pose with Jesse Jane to send us to a commercial break. Back from commercial break, Easy Dane blasts Jesse Jane with a chokeslam. No deal. No deal match. Breaking down the calling in control. Easy Dame and Lenny Reed running. Easy Dame and Lenny Reed into it on the floor. Jesse Jane comes back. Fatal Influence wins by pinfall with the rolling elbow from Jesse Jane and Tatum Paxley. Alright, let's move on. That was just okay tag team match. What it was. Post match, Laney Reed and Fallen Henley beat Easy Dame down on the floor, and then all three Fatal Influence women circling Taylor Paxley in the ring. Jesse James directs traffic. They get Taylor Paxley first to her feet, but she gets the knees up to block a belt shot. She takes Lenny Reed and Fallen Henley out and hits a lightning spiral on Jesse James. Tatum Paxley holds the title up on the ropes. We see Trick Williams and Ricky Saints walking separately backstage, and we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Ava Ray is in the ring to oversees the NXT Men's Championship contract signing. First, Trick Williams and then Absolute Ricky Saints make their entrance and get in the ring with her. Trick Williams says he doesn't just come running because somebody scream his name, and he wants for his moment and his spotlight, and that makes him the main event. He says Ricky Saints is mad because even though he's champion, Trick Williams is still the main event. And that's why he left. He left him hanging at Showdown. I'm not Showdown, at Showdown, to prove that he's the only man that can carry NXT on his back. They don't get it twisted. It's not only because he loves NXT. He doesn't own NXT or TNA anything, and he's only loyal to himself, Trick Williams, and that's why he's gonna become a 3-time NXT champion. Trick Williams signs the contract, and Ricky Saints says he's a very emotional guy, and he's never changed. But can you say the same about Trick Williams? The title can make you complacent or more ambitious, and it's made Ricky Saints more focused. But it comes and what did it do to Trick Williams? He lost a plot and started thinking thinking he was bigger than NXT, or the title has been ready to leave this place for a long time. Trick Williams asks if Ricky Saints thinks he should go to the Indies because he's bigger than he indeed. He's Hollywood. He's Hollywood. Ricky Saints signs, and Trick Williams says Ricky is cosplaying a champion. Trick Williams his son double. Double his standing, and since he's standing in his way, he's gonna whoop his for the title, and the Absolute era will be absolutely over. Ricky Saints yells at him to not talk about grinding on the ladies, grinding for ladies, because the stuff has gone. The stuff he's gone through would have Trick Williams folding like his shirt. He's the blueprint. He's a blueprint, and Trick Williams is trying to be like him. He's smoother, silkier, and more stylish than Trick Williams would ever be. He gets locked up. He gets locked in the corner, and he locks in and comes out a Trick Williams. Is locked out. Trick Williams lands a cheap shot. Security breaks them up. Ricky Saints takes a beat too long to a shrug. They all but is able to drop Trick Williams through the table. Commentary hypes Halloween Havoc up more since we're about 2 minutes early to end the show. All right, and let me get my spin my thing about WWE NXT. Now, WWE NXT was a decent show for what it was, and I give that show a 4 out of 10. If you guys enjoy my WWE NXT review on highlights, make sure you guys please get this video 30 likes. Comment down below what you guys think of WWE NXT. Follow my social media down below in the description. And shout out to everybody that came out to my live stream today, tonight on Twitch for WWE NXT watching on live and reactions. Thank you guys so much. TNO crew, thank you so much for the raid, and Showstopper TV, thank you so much for the raid or party of 4, and TNO crew, thank you so much for the party of 2 as well. So I got double rated. We got new first time chat, new followers, and all that stuff. But I ain't getting no get the sub, but that's fine by me. I'm happy with what I got. But anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow for my the AEW Dynamite review and highlights. Make sure you guys go check out my WWE Raw review and highlights, and go check out my AEW Wrestle Dream review and highlights and that I did on the channel. And go check out my WWE SmackDown review and highlights as well too. I want you guys to have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here, gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet, gang. And I'll see you guys for my upcoming world premiere for my WWE NXT review and highlights at around I think it's like at around 5 o'clock a.m. Eastern time on YouTube. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here, gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet, gang.